been a few weeks since I've been here to the Needles, with being sick a couple of weeks ago and then sort of just taking it a little bit easier last week as well. So I'm keen to get in some hills to get the heart rate up nice and high for the first time in a while. So let's see how I go. I know I've spoken a bit about gear already on this channel recently, but the mandatory gear list can sometimes be a little bit overwhelming with these by UTMB races because there's a lot on the list. And so today I want to just have a look at the list and see what you need to bring, and then make some recommendations on some brands and things, but also recommend some of my own stuff that's not mandatory, but I feel like will really help you out. It can be tempting to skimp on the gear a bit, but they do gear checks. And look, you signed up for this race to challenge yourself, right? And so if the challenge of adding a few extra grams of weight to your pack is too much for you, then maybe you should stick to road running. The first thing that you need, which actually isn't on the list, is something to put all of the gear in. And so the most popular choice seems to be the Salomon Advanced Skin 12 liter, which seems to be a really good pack and can fit everything inside it and does the job really well. But what I've found and what I use is a pack from Decathlon, which is the Evadict brand. I've got the 15 liter one and it seems to be really good. It's a bit cheaper than the Salomon version and yeah, it works great. It's from Decathlon, which you might find will be a bit of a recurring theme in this video. Okay, onto the actual list. So the bare minimum of things that you'll actually need for the 11K and 22K of UTA are a thermal top, a waterproof jacket, a beanie or buff, a mobile phone, a whistle, a space blanket, compression bandage, 2 liter water capacity, 2 food portions, some Ziploc bags, and your race number and emergency instruction card, which you'll get in your race kit when you register. Most of this stuff can be bought from Decathlon. The thermal top and rain jacket are both things that I use from Decathlon. The buff you can get from Decathlon. As for the whistle, my vest actually comes with a whistle sort of embedded in it, and I think quite a few of the other vests do as well, but if you need a whistle, you can get one from Decathlon. The space blanket you can get from Decathlon. The water bottles you can get from Decathlon as well. Got to be careful though, as it's getting pretty close to the race, and these sorts of things, particularly I found those water bottles, can sell out when it's getting really close to a big race like UTA. I would make a little recommendation about the water bottles here. The Decathlon ones work great and they're good value for money, but what I've found is the Hydro Pack Ultra Flasks work really well for me, mostly just because of the big opening up the top, so you can easily open them up and pour in your powders and stuff that you can mix with your water. But if you're not too worried about that, then the stuff from Decathlon works really well. As for the other stuff, a compression bandage you can probably get from a chemist. I think I got mine from Chemist Warehouse. The Ziploc bags, you can get those from a supermarket anywhere. And as for the food portions, well, you've got a ton of different options, but try to make sure that you're getting stuff that's high in carbs. Something like Cliff Bars can be really good, Knack waffles as well, which you can probably pick up at the race expo before the race if you want to get those. But yeah, just about anything high in carbs will work fine there, including, I think it said on their website, you can just use gels for that if you want. Then your race number and emergency instructions you'll get when you pick up your bib before race day. So that's it for the 11K and 22K, but there are a few more things for the 50K. A dry sack, which you can just use a big Ziploc bag for. A compass, which I just use my watch, but otherwise you can get a compass from Decathlon as well. You need a headlamp, and I've got a Nog headlamp, which I would recommend for shorter distances like 50K, but After using it for the 100k at Kosciuszko, I actually wouldn't recommend using it for something that you're planning on going completely overnight with. It works fairly well, but it just ran out of battery a bit too quick for me. You need a high-vis vest, which you can get from Bunnings, and you'll get a timing tag when you collect your bib as well. So if you're just doing the 50k, then that's all you need. But if you are doing the 100k or 100 miler, there are a few more things that you might need as well. Thermal pants. I got a really good deal from Kathmandu before my 100k in Kosciuszko. You'll need a backup light. You need some gloves, which you can get from Decathlon. Waterproof pants, which you can get from Decathlon. You need a synthetic fleece top, which you can get from Decathlon. And the other good thing is that with the 100k and 100 miler, you need to do a gear check as well, which can be done at a Decathlon store. And so you can get them to check your gear, and if there's anything that doesn't quite meet the requirements, they can probably point you in the right direction.
So that's all for mandatory gear, but there's still plenty of other stuff that I would definitely recommend taking. Like a small collapsible cup that you can put, you know, water or Coke or something in at aid stations is really helpful. And some stuff to minimize chafing and blisters, so invest in some good socks and bring some Vaseline or something similar to that. I also usually bring a little bit of toilet paper. Haven't had to use it yet, but I'd much rather have it and not need it than need it and not have it. Sunscreen, which you probably won't need in the Blue Mountains in May, but again, better to have it. Some salt tablets might come in handy too. A small battery would be a good thing to bring as well. Again, you probably won't need this, but it'd be nice to, you know, charge your phone or cameras if they're running out of battery. Some warm clothes for the start line, because it'll be pretty cold at the start. And the last thing that I would definitely recommend, particularly if it's your first time, is some running poles. They don't have to be anything fancy, but something that's collapsible would be good, because you probably won't really need them for the first half of the race. But the last 10 to 15 Ks is a pretty steep uphill, and especially if you haven't gone that distance before, they could come in really, really handy. Training's been going really well. I'm a little bit behind where I'd like to be because of being sick a few weeks ago, but I'm ramping the training back up. Last week I did about 60 Ks with about 2,000 meters of elevation gain. This week I'm aiming for 70 Ks with hopefully a little bit more vertical. Doing some hills right now. But yeah, hopefully this has helped you out a fair bit with navigating all the difficult mandatory gear list. Let me know if there's anything else that you would recommend bringing that I haven't mentioned. Let me know in the comments. And yeah, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.